Hello everybody, what's going on? Welcome to a new playthrough for the Capcom vs Konami series. Today I'm gonna be doing, or from today I'm going to be working on Castlevania Legends for the Game Boy. It's the third, if I'm not mistaken, the last release of the Castlevania series for the original Game Boy. I didn't really remember this game was this old, 1997. So it must have been one of the latest releases for the original Game Boy before they just prioritized the Game Boy Color. I guess light mode would be like an easy mode, who knows. This is the tale of a young girl's struggle to single-handedly provide Transylvania, a place ruled by madness and despair, with the light of hope. I'm gonna increase the volume a little bit. I guess this is good enough. It doesn't have to be that loud. So now you play as a girl for a change. It's basically more of the same, as you can see. This pretty much follows the same mechanics as the other Castlevania games for the Game Boy. It's probably a bit faster, and of course it controls better, especially than the first game, which was Castlevania The Adventure. One of the first games released for the Game Boy, by the way. When I say same or similar mechanics, I'm basically referring to the fact that you upgrade your whip up to the point of getting fireballs. So basically you obtain long range attacks, compared to the main releases of the series, the NES games and the Super Nintendo ones. So instead of getting a longer whip like you do in the original Castlevanias, you do get this fireball ability. So you begin your adventure in a forest, like the outsides of the castle. Well, there isn't more revealed in terms of the plot, but that's pretty much all what you have to understand. I mean, it's more of the same. This girl is probably, I don't know how she is related to the Belmont family, as in, I don't know, if someone's sister, someone's wife, who knows. Castlevania expert would help me out in that one, if you are so kind, through the comments, if you know something, of course. I could just look it up later on my own, but... Alright, so far this is pretty simple. Actually, the fireball, it's not really making it easier. Not at all. Oh, are there optional paths here? Oh yeah, in these games, you know, you're expected to climb ropes up or down. We have similar controls in the other Castlevanias. Again, it's very similar. Okay, this is the dead end. Oh, I went up. I see the points. That one-up sound actually reminded me of the Contra games for the Game Boy. And you can walk while ducking. I don't know how useful that can be in the future. Alright, I'm just curious about, you know, the famous wall meat. Or anything that comes from the walls. So far I don't see any special ability. I guess that thing that appears at the bottom of the inventory is basically a secondary weapon or special weapon, whatever you want to call it, that you activate by pressing up plus the attack button. I remember streaming this game a long time ago. 4 years ago, to be more specific, and I remember this game having, I mean, not being very long, but the stages themselves tended to be at least longer than the standard when it comes to, oh yeah, I remember this, there was a trap here. If you whip and destroy that candle down there, you might think it's an item and everything. I know, I think it's a trap and you are supposed to deal with a lot of enemies in a basement area, but I remember that area taking forever to get rid of, or the enemies, because they kept appearing all the time. Something like that, it's all what I remember. And, well, apart from what I just told you about the levels being kind of longer than standard. Alright, probably the range is actually useful against those sort of enemies. Even so, I'm getting too close to them. I'm taking the hits. But it doesn't seem like I'm gonna die anytime soon, that's why I'm just taking the hits. Alright, more optional paths. Let me take a look this side first. Got a feeling there's gonna be a dead end there. You're gonna whip any other direction, not like Castlevania 4 clearly. Dude, I'm actually curious about what's up there. I don't know if I'm going the right way, or I insist that this could be optional paths, but I want to take a look at the rope. You can go through the ceiling. Kind of strange. Oh yeah, I'm also curious about the release date. Actually, it's kind of surprising this game is from '97. It's a super late Castlevania game. Wasn't Symphony of the Night from that year? Oh, chicken. They appear from candles. Well, actually, it's not the first or the only Castlevania game in which you can get the meats from candles themselves. It happens in Castlevania 4. I think it happens in Random Blood as well. Apparently, this seems to be like the actual way to go. Maybe the other one was another optional alternate path. Alright, that looks like the same trap that we saw in the forest area. So let's ignore it for now. So as you can see, and pretty much to confirm what I've been saying, this is not a short level at all. It hasn't been difficult, I haven't lost too much health. Well, I recovered some. I guess the main challenge is in the length. Oh, I think I remember. I think you get special abilities, the ones at the bottom, and you can even change on the pause menu screen. You know, by defeating bosses. By the way, is it time? No, not yet. Alright, this takes forever. I will actually go for the jump and, yeah, take the hit, whatever. Oh yeah, another thing. Unlike the other Castlevania games, I don't think you lose your fireball even taking a hit, or several, as I have. In the other Castlevania games, I remember the first one at least, you used to like lose your fireball ability once you got hit. I don't know, I don't remember how it was in the second game that I did a playthrough on. Was it like a bit more than a year ago, maybe? I mean, those are games that even if I beat them, I don't really know them by heart. If you're guys watching my replay of Mega Man 5 for the Game Boy, it's pretty much the exact same thing. You will see me succeed and you will see me die a lot. It's a game that I have beaten in the past several times, 3 or 4 times, let's say. Not as many as other Mega Man games, but still, I tend to forget a lot of details. So, it pretty much happens with the majority of games I have done here, trust me. I haven't played it as much or as many times for me to memorize every detail, except for a few, obviously. A few series that I obviously know by heart, because I've played them endless amount of times. And let's be honest, even if I like the Castlevania series a lot, it's not really a series that turns me on more than Donkey Kong, Sonic, even Mario. Alright, I think it's time for the boss. It's this guy, okay. I'm curious, yeah, what if I press up plus attack? I think I become invincible. Yeah, that B thing at the bottom is draining. That means I have a limited amount of time for me to use this special ability. I'm assuming it was invincibility. Yeah, I was curious what it will happen if I press those two buttons together. Alright, I was taking too many hits, but the boss was also taking too many hits. So there you go. I got a tornado. Yeah, that is the ability. I don't know what the tornado does, to be honest. I guess we will find out in the next part, because I'm just gonna be doing one stage per video. So I want to thank you all for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next parts.